Hey, what's happening? I'm zmoT, back home in my creaky chair at my not creaky desk, and the crab has ended. Now, this video is going to do I'm going to do a quick review of the crab, go over the things that were good and bad, and I've talked to quite a few people. This is this is the small 9, the threat, killing it, level 87. I think he actually got the highest in all of the Triangle 9 group family related task forces, so huge congrats to him. And if you got higher than him, I didn't see it, so I'm sorry. I'm a negligent leader type dude. So this video is going to be talking about, I talked to quite a few people, put it out to people, say what your favorite things that you liked and didn't like, and so this video I'm just going to go over those things, what people liked, what they didn't like, and a lot of it's going to be what other people liked about it, and some of it's going to be what I liked about it. Now, first of all, this tribal Gren speed thing is magical. If you haven't tried it yet, please try it as soon as you possibly can, because it's very, very fun. And I've been, like, obviously, if I had Bullit here, I'd have Bullit out front. Leave the medics behind. I have no need for medics whatsoever. Just throw Bullit out front and Grens. So, going over the good things about Crab. Now, it's kind of a weird list, because the things that are in the good column are also in the bad column. So, it's kind of weird. A lot of things that people didn't like, other people did like. So, and then I guess that's the beauty of Crab, is that you can like it for your own sort of, yeah. Anyways, so the good things first. We'll do the, you know what? Let's do the bad things first, just so we can. No, let's do the good things. Okay, so good things. People like that there are a lot of attacks. You could basically log in at any time, and you'd have like 2 attacks, 4 attacks, 1 attack, whatever it is. And like, for example, the PSC Life, Mr. Ryan was saying he logs into his account every 19 minutes to see if there's a spawn anyways, and you end up getting a spawn like, say, 1 out of 8 times or something like that, or 1 out of 7 times. And with the crab, every time he logged in, he had a new attack. So for those people who are online a lot, it's fantastic. And moving on to the next thing, the new portals were in there. Like, we got to see the Sky Shield, which is very, very cool. We got to see the Boom Surprise. The SEMO was in there, so lots of good things there. Got to see the new prototypes. People liked that a lot. The troop bonuses. The troop bonuses were fantastic. We got to see like 100% zooka health and 100% zooka damage and rifle health and heavy health and all sorts of stuff like that. It was great. Like, all of those sorts of boosts are fantastic, and the fact that we got to play with them and use them and they were free and you didn't have to, like, all that kind of stuff was very, very cool. The fact that it was on a holiday, a lot of people really liked that. Hey, you don't have to worry about sitting at work and wasting attacks or anything like that. So all good things. I mean, hey, the fact that people were off work and had as many attacks as they wanted essentially was fantastic. The powder, holy. If you were either boosting or unboosted, you could either gain a ton of powder, or like one guy said he boosted 11 times over Crab, and it would only cost him 10 powder, because there's so much powder given out by the Crab, which is awesome. I mean, I have zero complaints about that as well. I mean, so much powder was given out by this Crab, and it seems like Power Stone Chance actually worked on this Crab. And I haven't had time to research this. If you know the answer either way, please link me the forum post or whatever it is that shows it conclusively. And finally, the trophies. People really like the trophies. The Diamond Trophy was very, very cool. The Golden Trophy was very, very cool. And I'm seeing them out everyone that I attack has some level of trophy out. And it's kind of neat to see the fact that you can see what level of participation each person had. I don't know, it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Now, moving on to the things that people did not like. And I don't necessarily agree with all of these, or I don't necessarily fully agree, but I thought I'd raise them anyways. Back to the top of the list is lots of attacks. The fact that the attacks were coming every half an hour was way too much. Like, And it wouldn't have been bad if it wasn't a 4 out of 4 attacks, But the fact that it came down to 4 out of 4 means that there was a lot of account sharing. I don't know, we'll never actually know how much people were account sharing, but the assumption is that there was a ton of account sharing. Now, when there's an individual leaderboard and people are sharing their account details, that just cheapens it, in my opinion. I don't understand why people would ever possibly do that. It's just not something I would ever consider doing. Like, and I understand that happens on the actual leaderboard as well. So, having a lot of attacks and not a lot of storage means that there's either going to be account sharing or there's going to be a lot of people burnt out from the crab. So I really, really hope that the next iteration of crab, I guess that's going to be the April crab, has either like a 45-minute timer or an hour timer, or lets you store 6 attacks or 8 attacks. I really, really, really hope that they're going to play with those numbers a little bit and see what's the best for Supercell and what's the best for their players, because I'm sure they're going to see some players drop off as a result of those numbers. And I also hope there's going to be a bunch of bans, to be honest. I mean, if you're going to share your account details, I hope that Supercell's going to be catching those people and they're giving them a temporary ban, or maybe ban them from the next crab. I don't know. But either way, people burning out or being banned is not good for the game, because it's a net loss of players regardless. So, moving right along, the prototypes, the float sim we never saw. I don't think we saw it. Maybe it was above 100 or something. I never saw video evidence that we got to see it. The boom surprise was at level 51, which means that unless you were pushing fairly significantly, you didn't get to see it. And the boom surprise, I feel like, needs a buff. Its range is just not enough to be terribly useful. I'd really like that boom surprise to have a bit more range so that it can crush some hopes and dreams of those players who are using armored attacks. I like to be similar to a Grenadier, for example. I just realized this weekend that apparently Grenadiers are considered to be an armored troop, because I don't entirely understand it, to be completely honest. But nonetheless, moving right along, on the bad side, the bases were basically the exact same as the last crab, like with a couple different variations. So that was not super ideal. I would have liked to see some new layouts or something along those lines. That's not a huge deal, but the fact that people got to recycle their attacks from the last crab, like on those stages with like the 8 shield gens in a row or whatever they are, for example, a little bit less than ideal. But again, this is only the first crab, so we don't know if March is going to be how March is going to be different, how they're going to make it unique. Or I hope it's not just a different trophy, because if that's the case, that'd be a little bit disheartening. And along the same lines, the bad part is it was on a major, I guess I was going to say bank holiday, but I guess it's also considered a religious holiday. So that's, for me, like with all of the family dinners and family events and all of those things, I feel like I burned a fair amount of brownie points with the family and with my wife just by sneaking in attacks and bathrooms and stuff. I mean, everyone, I think all of our significant others know exactly what's going on at this point, but maybe not. Who knows? Anyways, so that was... I'm looking forward to the April crab, because I don't think there's any holidays in April. I know in May there's a couple, but I don't think there's any in April, so that should be pretty sweet to have it on a holiday. Maybe even during the week. During the week would be nice for those people who work shift or something like that. Who knows? Now, the other complaint people had was the fact there's no extra GBE abilities, no Super Troopers. I would have loved to see those Super Grenadiers or Super Warriors, or even like the different GBE, like there was no hacking the core was a huge issue for sure. Hacking the core was so fun last grab. But on the flip side, all of those things can be added to the April crab. Maybe that's one of the things they're working on. And as far as the troop bonuses, it would have been kind of cool to see the speed. I think it was only health or damage. There was no speed in there, so it would have been nice to see the speed included. What else was there? That's my entire list of things that people said they did not like. Oh, and the other thing was the fact that the trophies are kind of bugged right now. You can actually, if you're on Android, you can add the trophy to any of your accounts that you have on that device. So if you have, say, a level 3 account on the same device as your main account, you can actually add the diamond account to your level 10 account or whatever. So it's going to look a little bit wonky, but not the end of the world there. And the other major complaint that at least one person had was that you can't have every trophy. It would have been kind of neat to have every trophy, but at the same time, you got to remember there's like what? They have at least a bunch of crabs planned. So if you have 3 crabs, that's going to be 12 different trophies, and it would potentially screw up pathing or make things a little bit wonky. So I can understand why you can't have 4 different trophies from each possible crab. It would be kind of cool though, I gotta admit. And I don't know if we can actually take down stage 6 here. We might be able to. This is actually the first time I've ever had a somewhat useful use for Kavan. The fact that Grenadiers throw so incredibly fast, there's no need for medics. Kavan doesn't heal terribly quickly, but my level 1 Grenadiers are still alive and kicking, so we're not doing terribly badly. Let's try to get rid of this shock launcher. Maybe we can do that. I do not have the artillery damage boost on this account just because I've only got 2 tribes in this account. HQ 18, XP 46, however you want to spin it. Come on. I wonder if Kavan is going to overheal that rifle in that rocket launcher? It seems like he might. So I really like that one mortar to go down. There we go. Mortar is down. And now stage 6 with level 1 Grenadiers. Looks like it might be possible. Look at that. Kavan just barely keeping up. Doing a pretty good job, actually. Now, I think my Kavan is not completely maxed just based on HQ limitations. I'm going to move a little bit closer just so that we don't run out of time. And also we might take out that sniper tower, which will get us a little bit more damage off the core. So, as far as the Mega Crab goes, I'm not going to give it a rating or a review. I feel like it was pretty good, came at a good time, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And as long as you ignore the leaderboards, Crab is fantastic. I mean, if people are sharing accounts, that is a bunch of baloney. But if they're just generally not sleeping and staying up 24 hours a day to do it, then they deserve to be at the top. And it's not necessarily healthy, but it's only once a month. So, but those players will also burn out, I feel like. So I really do hope they alter the timer, even just a little bit. Like say 45 minutes and 5 attacks, 45 minutes and 6 attacks. Just move it around, and let's find that sweet spot where people can get a little bit of sleep and accounts are not shared. And maybe like if they were, I don't think it's possible, but if they were to find a way to make it so that people could like share attacks between 3 accounts or something like that, because I don't know. I mean, I get it that that's a thing, like, but I'm just not willing to share my accounts. So maybe maybe that's a me problem. Let me know what you think in the comments, because I feel like if it's an individual leaderboard, then sharing accounts sort of shouldn't be a thing. But maybe that's wrong. Maybe people should be able to share accounts, but the terms of services are pretty clear that sharing accounts is frowned upon. But if they're not doing anything about it, then who knows? I don't want to belabor the point, but it's one of those things that I don't completely understand, and well, maybe I should share out my account details. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. I was pretty happy with my results. I got to stage 75 and still got 7 hours sleep every night, and didn't share my details, and I went to sleep with 3 more potential attacks. I just didn't. I don't know. I don't see the point in. I finished 17th in Canada, I think, which I probably could have finished 15th if I would have skipped an extra hour and a half of sleep. But I don't know. I'm kind of torn on the whole Mega Crab thing. individual leaderboard don't really mean a lot, but at the same time, I'm also at #1 in Canada, so you can't really say that it doesn't mean much, because when I saw that I could get there, I pushed hard. So let's retreat here. That's not going to happen. Level 1 Grenadiers are not going to get there, just not enough health. Maybe if I had some medics we could do it, but that would take the entire 4 minutes. So please, let me know what you think about the Huddle with the Crab. Hit me up in the comments with your 3 things you liked, 3 things that you didn't like, bonus points to those people who mentioned things that I did not mention. Like I said, a lot of the likes and dislikes were not me. That's just what people that I polled had to say. So yeah, Crab. I'm looking forward to the April one. I really am hoping that they make some minor tweaks. I was gonna say significant changes, but honestly, we don't need anything major. We just need. Actually, let's retreat. That was a total terrible spot to go. I just hope that they make a couple changes. That's it. Let's make it different. Let's make it unique. Obviously, I kind of assume there will be a different statue for gold and all that sort of stuff, and maybe they'll change the levels. Like maybe level 80 becomes diamond. I sort of hope not, but you never really know what they're planning or what they consider to be different or unique or all that sort of stuff. So let's get stage 7 down here. I'm not entirely convinced this is a good idea, but maybe we can get this down with 3 shocks. Do I have 3 shocks? Yes. I don't know where I can shock. 1, 2, 3 maybe? I'm going to get wrecked by that shock launcher behind the core. 1, 2... No, we're not going down. No Kesha today. I wonder what I can do here. Is there any free GB? Nope. So this is going to be a tough stage 7 for a bunch of people. Unless you have like level 3 Grens, then you can just come from the left and crush it. But I wonder if I can just go straight at it with Grens. Maybe? You know what? Let's try that. I'm going to try just to come full frontal with Grens, and we'll see how that goes. It's probably a terrible idea, but I don't know that my heavy Zooka will be able to take this down without trying 50 times, and I'm not in the mood for that. Should we use... You know what? We're going to use brick as well. This is also probably a terrible idea, but what the heck? Uh-oh, get underneath there. Get underneath there. Don't lose brick. Don't lose brick. Don't lose. There we go. I'm going to shock right there and right there and hopefully be able to do enough damage. I was going to say that I can overheal, but I don't have any medics. So this was sort of a fool's errand, but let's see how we're going to do here. Battle orders. Actually, Brick's taking damage like a champion here. So well done, Brick. Brick's going to die, though. You can probably actually get through there with some medics and some decent level Grens. Maybe just start in the bottom there. I'm not going to do it because it's going to take too long, and I'm not sure that I can actually do it, but give it a shot, see what you think. I'm going to get 1 boat, maybe 2 boats of heavies. No, let's do 1 boat. 1 boat is usually enough for this sort of thing. Where can we hit core from? That machine gun will range 1 shock here, 1 shock here, and yeah, let's just do that. Let's get rid of this flamethrower right here. Sadly, I do not have the artillery damage boost. That's a good one. I like the fact that they added that. Oh man, we're gonna use up all of our GBE here. I'm not gonna have 3 shocks to get there. So. Oh, snap. Look at this. Just going to get absolutely destroyed here in a second. Yeah, look at that. Boom. Poof. Don't have any troops left. So, I don't even know if it's worth even... Let's go. Actually, we got 3 shocks, though. Look at that. 1, 2, and 3. And let's do some reincarnation here. Reincarnation. Not a bad... If you have higher level GBE, that'll work for sure. But for me, with the low baby GBE, it's just not a thing. I don't know. I'm kind of stumped here. Kind of stumped. Let's go. You know what? Let's just do it a whole different ball game. Let's just do it a whole different way. You're gonna get stuck with me doing all sorts of silly attacks here. Oh, that's not a good smoke. I gotta sneeze too. 1 sec. Ugh. Yes. I have a hard time because I end up. I have a hard time weighing the many pros and cons of Mega Crab against my personal biases. So, don't really know. So yeah, that's why I'd really, if you have anything that you'd like to add about the Mega Crab, about things that you liked or didn't like, or that you think should be eliminated, or whatever it might be, please let me know, because my personal thoughts sort of override what it tends to kind of like things that I don't like make it to the top of dislike list. That's why I wanted to do it, and we can definitely take it down this way. Let's do that. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. On this occasion, I just pulled a bunch of people that I respect in the game and said, hey, what do you like? What didn't you like? And tried to keep it where I didn't comment too much on it. I know, like, the account sharing thing bugs me a little bit more than it probably should, but so yeah, if you have any sort of feedback for me about things that you liked and didn't like and all of that sort of jazz, please raise it ASAP, because I just want to be able to let's go like this. I just want to be like fair, I guess is the right word. Let's go like this, and then like that, and we'll shock back here, and like there, and just med kits for days. Come on, heavies, take the brunt of it, and let's get this down. Is it gonna go? It's not gonna go. Not enough damage. Maybe, actually, no, not enough damage. So, I feel like that approach is a good one, but it just needs more damage and more skill and better smoke and stuff. So, I'm gonna cut it short before I start rambling more than I need to. My resource boat get fixed? Did my resource boat just get fixed? Maybe? That's kind of weird. Let's go back in. Anyways, I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in, and I sincerely hope that you enjoyed the crab and that it didn't. I know that the other thing that was on everyone's list of bad was bugs, but I'm just gonna skip over that. And hopefully the next crab brings GBE abilities, super troops, new maps, layouts, different timers at the Flotsam, and maybe isn't on a holiday. So that's my list of wishes, but I'll talk to you guys soon, and thanks for coming in. Peace.